Today on Eagle Nation News, Grant Johnson highlights a new board game based off of Prosper. What did the creators of Prospero Polly have in store for consumers?
You see their creations sometimes in the hallway and imagine how neat it may be to make one yourself. Joyce Murphy takes a closer look at the ceramics class later in the show.
And finally, Grant Johnson will be in studio with everything from lions to Leos. How is your horoscope in line to you?
Eagle Nation News starts
right now. Good afternoon, Eagle Nation. Today is Wednesday, October 2nd. I'm Cameron Silva.
And I'm Christina Folsom. So Cameron, as a child playing board games, you might see like iconic towns in the U.S. like maybe New York, Los Angeles, but I would never imagine Prosper being the star of a board game.
Yeah, well, one company is actually doing just that. So we'll send it over to Grant Johnson with more.
From the Cotton Gin Cafe to the Town Hall, there are many important landmarks in our town that make Prosper so unique. A new product that hit the shelves at Walmart is yet another thing that separates Prosper from the rest. Originating from one of the classics, Prospero Polly takes a twist on the normal Monopoly game that only Prosper residents would understand. Residents or players are given the opportunity to carry out their day-to-day lives in the form of a board game.
Pleasantly surprised at what was included. Of course, very excited that the library was included. It was the first thing that I looked for, and actually one of the staff members was at Walmart, took a photo, sent it to me, so we're all excited to be on it.
Ohio-based game creators Late for the Sky brought their custom board game to the Prosper Walmart at the beginning of September. Other select Texas cities such as Mesquite, Paris, and Dallas all have games of their own. Small businesses such as 3 R's Ranch and General Creek are featured on the game.
It makes it just more interesting, more fun. We're obviously worthy. So yeah, I think it's just a nice compliment to the town and that we have enough landmarks, businesses to be included in a board game like that.
Although each place on the Prospero Polly board game is represented by a small square, the real places are what make up our small town. I'm Grant Johnson reporting for Eagle Nation News.
A Virginian teacher was fired from his school after incorrectly addressing a transgender student by the wrong pronouns. After refusing to reference a female transitioning to a male as a he due to his personal religious beliefs, he is now suing the school for improperly handling the situation.
A Rockwall cheerleader saved a toddler from choking in the middle of their annual homecoming parade. After noticing the child turning purple, the student jumped off of the float and successfully dislodged the food from the toddler's throat.
Bernie Sanders experienced heart pain in the middle of a campaign rally, which doctors deduced to be an artery blockage. All future campaign rallies will be canceled until his health is restored.
Walking outside to the portables yesterday, I noticed the weather outside was a bit more bearable. What about you, Cameron?
Yeah, I agree, but it's still hard to tell the difference. So let's send it over to Nate Tompkins with your fast forecast.
Thank you, Christina. Today will be partly cloudy with no chance of rain. Currently, it's 84 degrees, but it will feel like it's 91. It will feel moderately windy today with the wind traveling around 9 miles per hour. Tomorrow, it should be mostly sunny with the chance of rain in the afternoon. Friday, we're looking at scattered thunderstorms with winds up to 10 miles per hour. Looking into this weekend, it looks mostly sunny with a low chance of rain, so this may be the time to visit the state fair. Well, that's all I have the time after today. Back to you guys at the desk.
Don't go anywhere because right after this, Grant Johnson is in studio with everything from lions to Leos.
Are you a U.S. citizen who's not a registered felon and are at least 18 years old? Then make sure to register to vote. It's important. It's how democracy works. It's part of being an adult. When you vote, you get a fancy sticker. What's there not to love?
But my vote doesn't matter.
Yes, it does. It matters a lot at the local and state levels. And hey, guess what? It still matters at the federal level. 537 votes decided Bush versus Gore in 2000. Your vote matters way more than you think. Seriously though, it's your turn to decide your future. Don't waste it. Go to vote.org for more information about voter registration.
Now let's send it over to Grant Johnson with your Talent Talk update, brought to you by Corbridge Orthodontics.
Lions, tigers, and bears, oh my. A New York woman had a close encounter with one of those animals during a visit to the Bronx Zoo. In past years, animals escaping from their enclosures was a common occurrence, but on Tuesday, a woman at the Bronx Zoo decided she wanted to put on a show for one of the zoo's African lions. A zoo visitor uploaded this video to their Instagram, and as you can see, the unidentified woman jumped over several barriers into the lion's enclosure and began to dance. Police are actively looking for the woman and say she could face criminal charges for trespassing. What you long believed was your astrological sign may not be your sign anymore. NASA broke the news earlier this year in a blog post that explained that when ancient Babylonians created the zodiac over 3,000 years ago, they wanted dates on the calendar to correspond with star constellations. But there are 13 constellations in a 12-month calendar. So they ditched a fucus. A fucus is now being added into the Western zodiac calendar, and people with birthdays between November 29th and December 17th are now in a fucus. Head over to our Twitter for the full list of zodiac signs and let us know what you think of the new edition. That's all I have for this Talent Talk. Back to you guys at the desk.
Ceramics class does work on some pretty neat projects, but what effort actually goes into making them?
Choice Murphy has more.
Prospero High School offers a variety of elective courses for students to explore their interests and plan for their future professions. One of the classes available here at PHS is ceramics, an art class where students can express their talents through clay.
Right now we're working on mugs, and so we roll out a slab of clay and then we cut the shape of the mug, and then we can add different pieces to it, like handles. I wanted to continue art, but I didn't like drawing as much as I liked hand building and stuff. I think it's made me more well-rounded as an artist. I've never done pottery before, but now I can say that I have.
Unlike some art classes, ceramics is a class where you have complete control over your own artwork and the way you design it.
Right now we're making mugs, and there's like really different types of ways that we do it. It's kind of precise, but you can also just kind of get creative with it and make your own designs and things like that, and just putting it all together and then firing it and glazing it and just making it your own. I took ceramics because last year when we did like a whole bunch of different things, I only liked doing ceramics and working with the clay because it was the only thing I was really good at. It's made me learn a lot about like how art works and like how a lot of other people do it, like a lot of famous people. I'd recommend it to people who are just wanting to be creative and have just a class where you can just kind of hang out and be your own pace and do your own thing.
If you are interested in ceramics class, be on the lookout for it during course selection next year. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Choice Murphy, Prospero.
Now we send it over to Maggie Hale with your Game Time Sports Update.
The Prospero volleyball team faced off against Allen last night in an on-the-road district game. The first set points came from a Bailey Birmingham block, followed by an Allen attack error. Prospero maintained a steady lead the entire set, and they kept Allen down to no more than a 3-point streak. Shaylee Shore capped the win off for the Eagles 25-22. A kill from Sammy Jacobs in the second set, followed by 2 from Bailey Birmingham, would start off the dominating energy the Prospero Eagles showed in the second set. They won 25-19. The third set was down to the wire and became a pure offensive game. Both teams allowed 5-point run streaks, but a kill from Taylor Yautsy at the end would secure the money for an Eagle victory 25-22. Speaking of Prospero getting the bag last night, a new law may allow college athletes to profit. California Governor Gavin Newsom signed a bill allowing college athletes to hire agents and make money from endorsements. This is an existential threat to the NCAA and threatens the current business model of college sports. This law will take effect in 2023, and it's now up to the NCAA to respond. If you want to hear more sports like this, be sure to tune in every day for your Sports of the Week. Back to you guys at the desk.
Well, that's it for our show today. For Eagle Nation News, I'm Christina Folsom.
And I'm Cameron Silva. Live long and prosper.